Hello everyone, welcome back to this episode of Bitcoin Trade. I had another person comment on an earlier video, and I've also been to some of the um, I guess Bitcoin forums, and and they have there's this thing about Mt. Gox where nobody can ever take out any money, and that Mount Gox is a black hole. You send in money and it never comes out. And so I want to talk about that in this episode here, and what I think and some of my theories on that. As you know, what I've been doing now is I've just been using Mount Gox as a trading platform, and that's all I use Mount Gox for. I never intended to ever get my money out of Mt. Gox because as I'm trading Bitcoins, I'm understanding where the value comes in. Why is Bitcoin worth, uh, you know, why is Mt. Gox worth 1,000, and everybody else around here is way under that by about $180 difference, and you know that's even on this Chinese index and everything. Um, I think I have a theory on that, and I have an idea, and I think everybody out there is right that maybe you can never ever get your money out, and it truly is a black hole. Okay, uh, hear me out, all right? Because I've never tried to get money out because I've heard the same thing, but again I am very long, very bullish on Bitcoin. So um, if you're thinking like I'm thinking, uh, you don't have a problem with Mt. Gox at all. It's perfect as is because it's just a trading platform for me to do trades. So, anyways, um, first thing I want to talk about is okay. Um, I originally heard from an article I read that Mt. Gox's their prices are usually higher because uh, hard to get money out. And so if the money's still there, of course the price is going to be higher. So I heard, right? So I've never tried. I'm going to make an attempt to. Um, I, I got all my documents and I'm verified and everything. So what I'm going to try to do is make that simple request. Simple request, maybe I don't know, like maybe I'll do 1,000 or 500, something like that. It has to be sizable because I don't know what fees are going to take out. But let's see what's left over after that. If there's anything left over, if it ever comes at all. Now I've done forex trading, and you know it's not uncommon to take about maybe 10 days typically. But I've heard 4 weeks. I don't know. Supposedly I've filled out this online form that has a direct uh, all my information to my bank account. So we'll see if it works. Um, the other thing I was going to do is I was going to do that apostle. So that was another thing I was looking at. Maybe that makes a huge difference. If I have one of those, maybe um, I can get access to that money much easier. Who knows? Anyways, I'll just try it out and see what happens because I'm totally legitimate, so I don't have any problems whatsoever with this. But all right, now that's what I'm gonna plan on doing. Let's see if I can get any money out. But I'm not really interested in getting money out because I'm like I said, I'm long Bitcoin. If everything goes the way I hope it goes, we will never have to really use paper money. Well, I won't that much, or even at all. Maybe I always have like, $100, but I'll never really use it. It'll always be in my pocket. It'll be that strange scenario where, um, like, well, anybody got cash? Situation. So anyway, so here's my theory on Mt. Gox, okay, and Bitcoin. So um, this is gonna sound crazy, and it might even freak people out, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. Why not? Because it's Bitcoin, right? Anything goes. So I think if you heard my last episode, how I talk about where the value of Bitcoin comes from money, and why I'm thinking that Bitcoin can go to infinity as long as they can print money to infinity. So I have this crazy idea that this money that we're putting in to trade and buy Bitcoins, it's all piled up somewhere, and it's being burned. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? That that we're just taking this money, we're giving it in exchange for Bitcoin, and that money is just being burned somewhere. That's why you're never ever going to see it again at Mt. Gox. And that's what's happening at Mt. Gox. That sounds kind of crazy, but anyways, that's just a theory. That was just a crazy theory, something to talk about, where maybe all your money is just being burned, never to be ever given back, and you're just going to have to live with Bitcoin. But that's alright, I don't mind, because I think more and more retailers are going to accept Bitcoin, so you can start trading and start getting free Bitcoins by mining with your money. So anyways, that's the episode on this. My theory on Mt. Gox, on why I've heard, I haven't confirmed yet, so this is all hearsay, but I am going to try to make an attempt to a cash withdrawal from Mt. Gox, and let's see what happens. If I get some resistance, I don't mind. I mean, like I said, I'm so long and bullish on Bitcoin. I'm never anticipating to see that money again. And I guess in another episode, I'll tell you how I'm dealing with that. Ironically, this is no different than your online banking, if you see it that way. Having an account at a Bitcoin exchange with money and Bitcoins, it's like having a forex/stock/bank account/brokerage account/business account/personal account /whatever, right at your fingertips, right here. Just whatever you need to do. You need to buy whatever. Because all I do is just go to this, to all my Bitcoin accounts, and then I go online banking, and I do blind transactions. That's pretty much it for me. If I need to buy something, I don't know, get a gift card, or I'll just buy it directly if they take Bitcoin, which I heard, is it Tiger Direct or something? It's some kind of computer outlet place is now accepting Bitcoins as well. So I kind of saw all the electronics websites. I know they're going to go for it. They're probably going to be selling all the hardware to make rigs. So that's probably why that's their new business now. They'll accept Bitcoins because they're going to sell you the rigs and eruptors or whatever they're called. I don't even know how those things work really. But I'll try to do an episode on that. Maybe I'll find a miner who's willing to talk to me about it, and I'll shed some light on how it works. So anyways, I'll try to do an episode on the whole miners and mining pools and independent miners and everything. So anyways, let's go on to the chart now. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So there's some weird things going on here, but I guess it does. That's the thing about Bitcoin. It's independent of everybody. of each exchange is independent of the other exchange. Um, it's regional, it's local, it's worldwide. It's everything at the same time. I mean, so just pick an exchange and stick with it. Or if you want all three, you can trade all three. But unless you're trying to get some other alternative currency, which I did an episode on that, I think you're just wasting your time, my opinion. Just because, like I said, having an original, you know, Bitcoin being the original cryptocurrency out there that made this real, that means a lot more than having a, something that was copied from, Bitcoin. So if you're wondering why the other cryptocurrencies aren't going to work, that's the main reason. They were not the original. They were not the first. No matter how much, they would have to be like really superior. I don't know what future holds, but it had to be something more innovative than what Bitcoin is in order for another, I don't know, type of thing to come around. So that I don't know. That could be, technology moves so fast. It could be 3 years, or it could be instead of another 100 years, it may be just 50 years. So who knows? Anyways, so let's look at this chart. I'm at the 5-day hourly, and man, that is so strong. It looks pretty good on the upside. And I can't explain it other than just there's some things you just can't explain. Just look at what's going on, and that's what's going on. Just accept it. I don't have to explain it. Just go with it. All right. So here's another one, Bitstamp, and very different in the pattern. Just, well, at least in the lines anyway. But it definitely has not gone up as much as Mt. Gox. See, if you see here, that right here is basically this point right here for Bitstamp. So it really hasn't moved as much. Same thing with, let me take a look at Bitsy. Yeah, same thing. See, there's the start and there's the move, so it really didn't mount to much. But when you look at Mt. Gox, and this is, same time frame, right here to up here, it's definitely moving higher. So this could be, I don't know, hopefully Mt. Gox is forecasting indexed at this moment, and the others will follow suit, or maybe Mt. Gox is on crack. I don't know. So here's the overall market. Going back to red again, falling below the 30-day average. But again, you'll see Mt. Gox, both US dollar, euro, and yen, never turned red that whole time. They were green the whole time. So if you consider what Bitcoin is, and what I would like to see Bitcoin do is be more and more a part of my life, where I can purchase more and more things with it. Basically giving less and less Bitcoins for the same things. I never really plan on ever seeing my money ever again other than through Bitcoin. So that's how long and that's how bullish you really got to be in Bitcoin if you're going to be trading in Bitcoin. So if you're going for the dollars, you're on the wrong side of the trade. That's all I can say. So anyways, I guess this concludes this episode here. So I guess you heard my theory on Mt. Gox, and so hopefully you'll understand why it's going up, and maybe why it's so hard to get your money. But again, this is just a theory. I am going to test it out. I'm going to go out and try to make withdrawal through Mt. Gox. So, but stay tuned for that. Until then, see you next time. Bye.